Alright, we're back. In this section, I'll be going over a few things about the fort, such as barricade placing, good places to hold out in the final wave. First off, I'll show you a few good spots. First one is right in this area, because you only have one area you have to protect, cover. What you do is place barricades here. But one problem is that the zombies, they'll get stuck on the stairway due to pathing difficulties. And towards the end you have to run around and go around and kill them. It's pretty time consuming. Another good spot to defend is from the balcony up here. Second floor. So this time around what I'll do is I'll defend this area. Right. Place barricades, just click that barricade icon and where your mouse is, it'll show where the barricade will be placed in green. If it's in red, you can't place it. So it has to be green. So I'm going to place 2 barricades for now, covering the stairways. What I will do is, if I happen to have any child survivors, I'll equip them with shotguns and have them cover the stairs, whereas the adult survivors, which are tall enough to look over the or this thing, I'll be able to aim over and shoot, hopefully. And I'll be placing barricades on this side as well. Alright. Yeah, I'll have survivors over here, survivors over there, survivors right here. Give it a pretty good arc of firepower there. People on the sides will be able to pretty much cover the entire area and the adjacent staircases, hopefully, if their zombies are in range. And people over here will shoot at the zombies coming through the front door and covering the stairs as well. Alright, inventory. It's pretty important before you go out on a mission to make sure you have excuse me, have as little stuff on you as possible. That way you can pick up more stuff when you're on a mission. You don't necessarily only have to go to where the marker is. Like on the way back to the fort point, you could stop by a few places, pick up a little bit of stuff, but it won't be as much stuff as like for example, if you're on a supply mission and you go there, you'll find a lot of stuff. You won't find that much stuff in most other places, but every little bit helps. Alright, survivor screen. You can see how much health people have, your reputation, morale, and their attributes and skills. Some of the attributes also benefit some of your skills, like your finesse skill will benefit like your weapon skills, Your power skill will affect your interaction skill, and your smart skill will benefit every other skill, such as first aid, medicine, spot, sneak, scout, carpentry. You can assign your people tasks. If they're wounded, you want to try and have a doctor and a nurse. The doctor and the nurse cannot heal themselves, but they can heal everyone else. But if you have someone who's really wounded, you want to set their assigned task to no task. It'll give them more time to rest and recuperate, and they'll gain a few more hit points back when you click end day. Your raiding party. Anyone who's out in your raiding party who goes out to raid for the day, they will be unable to build barricades in this version 10.7, but I'm pretty sure they can be doctor or nurse. Building barricades requires a carpentry skill. The higher it is, the more effective you will be at building barricades. The person you have assigned. The nurse skill, it uses nurse task, it uses a first aid skill, and the doctor uses a medicine skill. Right. Missions will be under the missions tab. There's 3 types: weapons, supplies, and survivors. Just because you go out on a survivor mission doesn't mean that you won't find supplies. Sometimes the survivors will be in a house that has at least a few supplies, probably a little bit of ammo, and some of the buildings in Piety will have a few things like gas stations, restaurants, gun shops, to name a few. But you sort of need to prioritize which missions you do depending on how much food, medicine, how many guns you got. Like if you have only a little bit of food but you have quite a few survivors and guns, you might want to do a supply mission. Whereas if you only have a few guns but quite a bit of food, you want to go out on weapons missions. And that pretty much ends it as far as the fort. I'll go ahead and cover the end of the day. It'll start out with your health, what changes happen over the course of the day, like if someone's wounded and how much health they heal, how much food's eaten, how many medical supplies are used, skill improvements, what skills are improved, and then towards the bottom we'll have a morale. Your morale news, like if you finish barricades, it'll increase morale by 1 point. Having a certain key, which is a rare character in a rare survivor, they might increase your morale by 1 point each day. And pretty sure that's about it as far as end of the day notifications. And that concludes this portion of the Fort Zombie tutorial.